Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace, mercy, and safety to the Akim on the highways and byways who are preaching the word in sincerity and in truth. And a healthy shalom to the elect. All right, back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right, I wanted to get right to this, the new bill, pretty new, fairly new, that the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, just signed. All right, this is something that I think it went back and forth. It says here it was appealed, right? They ultimately got it signed, and I wanna go into it. I'm gonna read into it, just to to edify and to just show and prove the wickedness of Esau, Edom, and to also show, Lord willing, show that this bill is going to be used. Okay, there's a lot of bills that we've seen in the past get passed, and they haven't had the I would say the right catastrophe or events to enact the bills and the laws and the unrighteous decrees, but they all are signed and ready to go, and they're ready to be enacted. So this is another one here. The isolation and quarantine, New York codes, rules, and regulations. Now, this is specifically for New York City, but we are most certain that this will be implemented all around the country, okay? And possibly the world, because I think these types of bills are passed in other places around the world anyway, where they could come snatch you from your crib. We've actually seen during the whole scam and plan, the demic, we've seen videos of people getting snatched out of their crib. So we know that this is a real thing. All right, so I want to get into it. I have a couple of particular scriptures because I want to make a few different points on this topic, all right? So let me go to, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to go to, well, let me go back a sec because I want to go here because this goes into, this senator here was urging Governor Hochul to refrain from reissuing Rule 2.13, Isolation and Quarantine Rule 2.13. And it's, let me see what I could read here. Borrello cited the constitutional concerns surrounding the rule that were referenced by State Supreme Court, yada, 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 ruling on the case. Yeah, so people, there's just people of the world, they know that this is a wild bill. They know it's some real bullshit. And so there was a little bit of pushback. Again, it got shot down, it got appealed, and I think they won the appeal. So you have even Esau, Edom, who, seen the bill and not only this guy, this senator here, but I'm sure a bunch of other senators and people in that world were against it. All right, so we're going to get into it a little bit again. It's going to be some reading. I'll get the scriptures and I'll, Lord willing, is edifying. Okay, so this is summary of express terms for Bill 2.13. Okay, the Isolation and Quarantine Bill. So it says here, these regulations clarify the authority and duty of the New York State Department of Health and local health departments to protect the public in the event of a communicable disease through appropriate public health orders issued to persons diagnosed with or exposed to a communicable disease. Okay, so it says to protect the public. Okay, you gotta pay very close attention to the wording. Okay, this bill is pretty much enacted and passed to do what? So-called protect the public, okay? Which we know that's BS. These regulations also require hospitals to report syndromic surveillance data to the department upon a direction from the commissioner and clarify reporting requirements for clinical laboratories with respect to communicable diseases. Okay, so hospitals are required to report surveillance data to the department upon direction from the commissioner, okay? So it seems as if they have to report if a person is sick to wherever and whoever, maybe the folks that's gonna come get your ass, all right? So they have a level of reporting that they have to do, okay? They have to report directly to a department, okay? With respect to communicable diseases, okay? So that seems as if these hospitals will report your ass if you're sick. And so remember, they already did during the C-19, they already did the tracing, the contact tracing thing. And so that was tracing people, meaning following up on people who had the C-19. And tracing also goes into the people that you live with, monitoring them if they if they came down with it. So this thing is about to get really, really, really ugly out here. All right, this is I'm gonna go down to, I'm not gonna read this whole bill. I only got a couple of the points that I want to make. Okay, let's explain what contact. Contact shall mean any person known to have been sufficiently associated with a case or suspected case. So this is going into contact. Remember, contact tracing, based on the best available evidence of transmissibility. Okay, such person has had the opportunity to contract a particular disease or condition. Okay, so contact. So this is going into any person known to have sufficiently associated with a case or suspected case. Meaning, if you came in contact with somebody, okay, it says based on the best available evidence of transmissibility. Okay, based on what type of disease it is, or what type of whatever it is, and the evidence of transmissibility. Meaning, if you came in contact with that person, what type of contact have you come into them with? Okay, and depending on that, that's gonna verify contact for them in order for them to do what they need to do. And like I said, probably come get your ass. The two there's more important ones than isolation and quarantine, but I'm going to get into these now because there's a couple other ones. So, a part of this bill, 2.13, let's go into what they mean by isolation. And it's really important that you read the fine print because this is very important. Thank you. Go have a seat. I'm almost done. Thank you. Go have a seat. Shut the door. So it says, isolation shall mean the physical separation and confinement of an individual or group of individuals who are infected or reasonably determined by the State Commission of Health or local health authority. I don't know who the hell the local health authority is, to be infected with a highly contagious disease or organism for such time as will prevent or limit the transmission of the reportable disease or organism to non-isolated individuals. So this is basically saying, okay, when this bill is going into isolation and quarantine, okay, in order for you to be grabbed up under being isolated or in quarantine, right? This is what they mean by it. The physical separation, meaning if they got to grab your motherfucking ass up, okay, physical separation, that means your ass got to go somewhere, okay? Physical separation and confinement of an individual or group. They'll grab groups up, okay? A group of individuals who are infected, okay? So for such time as will prevent or limit the transmission. So that means for whatever time they feel necessary, okay, for such time as will prevent or limit the transmission. So them grabbing you up, they're going to isolate your ass for as much time as they feel, okay, that you're deemed clear and you can't pass it to nobody, okay? It says in the clinical judgment of the State Commissioner of Health or of the local health authority and consistent with any direction of the State Commissioner of Health may issue. So, hey, this just means they're going to be able to do what the fuck they want to do, okay, with any direction that the State Commissioner of Health may issue. So they could keep your ass in there for months and your ass has been cleared from whatever for in 5 days, okay? Again, I really wanted to get into these bullet points of this bill because it's really some sick demonic shit that they're doing. And you know, we do know what the scriptures say, so we're not surprised. All right. Quarantine. Let's get into, again, this is Bill 2.13, the isolation and quarantine bill. Let's read the fine print on quarantine. Quarantine shall mean the physical separation and confinement of an individual or groups, same as isolation, of individuals who are reasonably determined by the State Commissioner of Health or local health authority to have been exposed to a highly contagious communicable disease, but who do not show signs or symptoms of such disease for such time as will prevent transmission of the disease in the clinical judgment of the State Commissioner of Health, all right, whatever, or the local authorities, whatever. Okay, so now, quarantine, okay? Quarantine shall mean the physical separation and confinement, okay, let's jump down, of individuals, okay, let's jump down, but who do not show signs or symptoms of such disease, so they can quarantine your ass, and they will, okay? Even if you do not show signs or symptoms of such disease. So why the fuck would I have to be quarantined? Okay? If I don't show signs or symptoms of the disease. Okay? These are the unrighteous decrees that the scriptures speak about. Okay? And I do have that scripture pulled up. But let's keep reading. Okay? This is a very, very, very demonic bill, and you have to read the fine print. Okay, let's go into home quarantine. Okay, home quarantine or home isolation shall mean quarantine or isolation in a person's home. Your ass can't come out your house. Okay, we just went into isolation, quarantine, the physical separation. They could drag your ass and bring you somewhere. Home quarantine, oh, they'll tell your ass you can't leave your crib. These are all the devil's. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Okay, as saith the Holy Scriptures. All right. So home quarantine is just we're gonna have full control. Okay, whether you go and coming, we're gonna be able to put your ass somewhere, and we're gonna be able to keep your ass somewhere, keep you locked in your crib. All right. Home quarantine or home isolation shall mean quarantine or isolation in a person's home, consistent with this part in any direction that the State Commissioner of Health may issue. Any direction is on them. They're running the show. All right. Let's read congregate quarantine shall mean quarantine at a location operated or contracted by the state or local health authority. Okay. So, it says, consistent with this part in any direction that the State Commissioner of Health may issue where multiple persons are quarantined. This is a quarantine camp, a.k.a. a FEMA camp, a.k.a. determined camp, whatever you want to call it, okay? So they are able to grab your ass out your crib, bring you to wherever they want to bring you, with people that are infected, with people that are not infected, right? They are able to do all of these things, and you ain't going to be able to do shit. Okay? Let's see. Okay, let's go to It says this is highly contagious. Okay, pretty much covered that. Let's go to this point. This point is the letter N. Monitor shall mean contacting a person who is the subject of an isolation or quarantine order. Okay, to ensure compliance with the order. Okay, so to ensure compliance with the order and to determine whether such person requires a higher level of medical care. Wow. Okay, so this piece here, they're going to be able to monitor, reach out to you. They're going to be able to determine, okay, if you need a higher level of medical care. What's that? Poke your ass up with that juice. Okay. Pretty much they are going to have full control. Again, let's go back. Grab your ass from your crib. Okay. Bring you to a camp. Okay. To an isolation quarantine camp. Okay. They're going to be able to contact you, monitor you. They're going to be able to tell you if you have to adhere to some sort of vax. Okay. This bill is absolutely wild. Let's keep going. Mandatory quarantine shall mean quarantine pursuant to a legal order consistent with this part. Voluntary quarantine shall mean quarantine pursuant to a voluntary agreement with the public health authority. Confinement shall mean enforcement of an isolation or quarantine order through the use or possible use of law enforcement personnel. Man, it says what it says. Okay? It says what it says, man. This bill is going to be used. They are going to be using probably the National Guard. Okay? It says possible use of law enforcement personnel. National Guard, some type of special ops that they got out there specifically for this. Again, we've seen the movies. We've seen situations in real life where people were really getting taken out their cribs. Okay, taken to the hospital, so-called, or wherever the hell they took them. Okay, so I just wanted to read those. The bill is a lot longer than that, but I wanted to read the specific fine print that our people don't read. We don't read. They'll come to your crib and probably have to read the shit to you. But no, this is what they're doing. Okay, this is Isaiah, chapter 10. Verse 1, Salakia. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay? So these are more unrighteous decrees. These laws, these bills that are passed, they're unrighteous decrees, okay? They're unrighteous. They go against whatever civil liberties a person has. They go against that dumbass constitution that they have, and ultimately it goes against righteousness. Okay, when you go into some of the things that I've read, and I mean, come on, most of the laws of this land that are governed by this land, a lot of them are unrighteous. Okay, so it says destruction unto them. Okay, that decree unrighteous decree. So all of these people in charge of this shit, you're going to be destroyed anyway. And it's just identifying that you're the devil. All right, verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. So that's what these laws do. Okay, these laws take away the right of the people. Okay, they take away your rights. They strip your rights away. We do know in 9/11, the Patriot Act happened. They've been constantly stripping the people of their rights for so long. And like I said in the beginning of this lesson, all of these things that they've done while we were sleeping, okay, while most of you were asleep, these things are gonna spring forth, and they're gonna shut this place down, all right, and be able to do what the hell they want, because all of these bills have already been passed, and they're passing bills that we don't even know about, all right, to give them full control. I want to read verse 2 in the NLT. It says, they deprive the poor of justice, okay, and deny the rights of the needy among my people, okay? They prey on widows and take advantage of orphans. And this is exactly what they're going to do. This is what this Bill 2.13 will do. Okay? We ain't got no judgment. We ain't got no justice out here. It says they deprive the poor of justice. That's been happening since the beginning of our captivity. Okay? All right, so let's keep going, man. They continuously deprive the poor of justice, and we know that we're waiting for our Redeemer. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to come take care of this devil, take this devil out of his place. All right. So this is Micah 2:1. Okay. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity, okay, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." We know the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. And again, the last scripture I read, it said, "Woe to them going into the unrighteous decrees." Now, woe to them again. Woe to who? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Esau, Edom. Okay? None other. Okay? When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Now, we know the Lord gave Esau this power to do these things. Okay? These prophecies have to come to pass. We know a lot of these bills will be enacted and will take place, and we'll see them on a high level in Jacob's trouble. Okay, so these things have to be done. But woe unto them, because the Lord is going to destroy them. Okay, these people wake up. They wake up with the bullshit and go to sleep with it. Okay, they devise iniquity. They work evil upon their beds. It's on their mind. Okay, they can't stop being who they were made to be. Okay. When the morning is light, they practice it. As soon as they wake up, man, they go to sleep with it, and they wake up devising iniquity. Okay. Yep, this is the last scripture I have. Just wanted to highlight these. I wanted to highlight these points because, going into what we do know about what's to come, about prophecy. Okay. So in the spirit, we know that this man is the damn devil, but we do also know that the prophecies have to be played out. Okay? Scriptures say, measure our times diligently, man, to make your calling and election sure. So we're watching, we're measuring these times, okay? And we're doing our best to get our shit together. Okay? So we know what's happening. We're not asleep. Okay? We see the laws that are being passed. We see the foundations being laid, okay, for the prophecies to come to pass. All right? And we know the time that we're in, okay? Revelation 12:12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Okay, so we know that the times that we are in, okay, the devil's about to come. Bill 2.13 proves it. And all the other, the unrighteous decrees, all the other, the bills that they have, right? The foundational bills that they have set for when all hell breaks loose, okay? So we know the times that we're in, okay? The devil is about to come down with great wrath. His foundation is laid for him to do so. Okay? Because he knoweth that he have but a short time. A short time for what? A short time to rule. His time is up. So he's about to roll. Okay? He's about to roll. Okay? On the world, but more importantly, the Israelites. Okay? So God's chosen people. All right? So that's the only 3 scriptures I've had that I had lined up. I wanted to make those specific points. Lord willing, I was able to do so. Okay. The isolation and quarantine rules, the new section 2.13 has been added, okay, to their plan, to their play. All right. And we are watching. We're measuring the times. We know what's happening. This man is the devil. They are going to be able to do whatever they want to do okay? While the people are out paying no attention, celebrating these pagan holidays, these demonic holidays, getting high, drinking, being niggas. This is what the man that you love, because y'all love America, y'all love Esau, Edom, the country that you love, the people that you love, that nation that y'all love, this is what they're doing. They're planning on exterminating you, taking you out and exterminating you, okay? But you're too damn high to see it, okay? You're too caught up in making money. You're too caught up in blinded by being a family man with your family, with your kids, with your girl, Christmas trees, holiday pictures with goddamn footies with your wife and your kids. Just being niggas, man. All right, but they will be at your goddamn door very, very soon. All right, so Lord willing, it was edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Hawashah, Bashim Rakakwadash. Shalom to the next one.